Hey Killer Bees, it's Paula B from PaulaBFitness.com, and on tap today I've got a great low impact weight loss cardio workout that is perfect for women of a certain age. You guys, today there is no jumping, no transitions to the ground, no equipment needed, and it's a thorough Thursday, which means that I've got both a warm up and a cool down, and yes, lots of sweat in between. So when you're ready for this one, I'm totally ready. Let's go. All right, you guys, let's get moving and grooving, and that means we're gonna start with some arm circles with high knees. Oh my gosh. Oh, do you feel every joint in your body when we do this exercise? This is why I start with this one every time, because as soon as I get my hands up over my head, it's like, oh, yes, there's the creaking and groaning I expected from a warm-up. Oh, you guys, the warm-up, it really warms you up. It makes sure that we get all of our joints moving through their full range of motion. We're gonna get our muscles nice and warmed up. We're gonna get ready for a super, super fun workout today. A little bit sweaty, a little bit of movement, not too much, not over the top. Absolutely perfect for weight loss because it's not too much. My friends, I'm going to tell you all about that while we are working out, but can I tell you something really quick? Can I tell you how much I love my shirt? I love my shirt today. I did not order this exact tank top, but I ordered, for all intents and purposes, this tank top a couple of weeks ago off of Amazon on a total whim. I'd never heard of this company before. I didn't know anything about it, but I'm like, well, it looks pretty cute. Let's give it a try. It was a great price. I got it, I put it on, and I was like, well, I'm in love. This is my life for the rest of my life, and I'm going to go ahead and order a couple more. This is the third one that I've ordered. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers as well. I cannot tell you how much I love this shirt. It fits me so perfectly. It fits true to size. It's loose where it needs to be loose. It's snug where it needs to be snug. It actually covers up like out to my armpits like a tank top really should. It's okay, if you are small-chested like me, it's got bumper pads in the built-in bra. It is like hands down the best tank top I think I've ever worn, ever. There's a link in the description, obviously. I'm not just telling you this because I love it so much. You can love it too. It's from Amazon and it is $21. I mean, hello, affordable and comfortable and awesome. You guys, when you click the links in my descriptions, if I ever tell you about stuff that I have on Amazon, it is an affiliate link, which means that I make a little bit of commission off of it if you buy something, but it's at no extra cost to you. It's like Amazon giving me free money for telling you about awesome stuff, which is frankly pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. Speaking of awesome, it feels awesome to stretch out my abs and get ready for this awesome workout. But first, actually, before I tell you about the workout, can I just point out, I think you can see on screen, unless you're watching on something tiny like your phone, my cat Agatha is right back here. Her little floofiness, just chilling out on top of the couch. She got real bored real early in the day today, and she's just taking a nice little nap while I'm gonna get my exercise done. I love that about cats. I wish I could sleep anywhere like that. But there's no sleeping for us today. My friends, here's what it looks like. I've got the handy dandy gym boss here, set for intervals of 20 seconds. We're gonna do 2 exercises in a row before we rest for 20 seconds, and I want you to know that this is not a HIIT workout. I know there are plenty of trainers who will tell you that HIIT workouts are the best way to lose fat and the best way to lose weight. And they're not entirely wrong, but they're not entirely right either. This is moderate today. This is gentle. This is, for all intents and purposes, basically steady state cardio, even though we are resting. I want your heart rate to stay in a zone that you could sustain all day if you had to. We're not going to, but you could if you had to. We're actually going to get started with 20 seconds of goofy jacks. That's where we do a little squat, and then our hands do jumping jack motion, but our feet just come out one at a time. Absolutely no jumping today. We are going to keep at least one foot on the ground at all times. When it beeps again, we're going to go into walking stars, which is a box step. I just don't like to call it that because I'm not coordinated enough to do a box step, but I can do a walking star. So one hand up while you step one foot forward, and then the other hand up. Forward, forward, back, back. I do try to alternate which leader foot goes out first, which is the uncoordinated part that I usually have trouble with, which is why I think of myself as a bit of a shooting star here. Out, out, back, back. Out, out, and back, and back. And now we're going to take 20 seconds of rest, where I'm actually going to do just a little bit of side tapping. Again, Again, you're not gonna let your heart rate plummet, but we're not gonna try and keep it up, 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 up. Coming up next, we're gonna do kick jacks. Feet are kicking, hands are doing jumping jacks. I'm gonna keep calling it jumping jacks because I know you know what that is, but we're not jumping today. So feet are kicking while hands are doing jumping jacks. And my friends, here's why a nice moderate cardio is perfect for weight loss. First of all, I'm also going to tell you that coming up next, we're going to do windmill tappers. Feet are wide, hands are up and wide. As we reach down towards our opposite foot, we're just going to tap back with that same foot. So nice and wide. You guys, I know that we all want to go so hard, so fast, burn 1,000 calories, and really just give it our all every time we work out. But the thing about weight loss is that your body, 20 seconds of rest, your body doesn't love going all out. Your body doesn't know what to do with all out. Your body knows how to do things consistently. Coming up next, we're going to do booty kicker jacks. Again, our hands are going to be doing jumping jacks. Our feet are going to be doing booty kickers. Your body loves consistency. And when you can, here we go with the booty kicker jacks, when you can work out consistently, eat the right number of calories consistently, do more or less similar calorie burning exercise consistently, your body will be like, hey, all right, let's make some changes here. And then here we go with big arm side shuffles and a big arm and a swoop and a little bit of almost a curtsy lunge at the end here, but not too much of a curtsy into it. Much more about those big arms, getting your heart rate up, keeping it up. When it beeps again, we're going to get 20 seconds of rest, or in my case, just a little bit of tapping here side to side, keeping our heart rate at that moderate level. When it beeps again, we're going to do rainbow jacks, which now this is the only time we're not having our hands do jumping jacks. They're actually swooping overhead like a rainbow. We're going to bring up one knee on one side and one knee on the other side. So this one actually not as much like a jumping jack as some of our other exercises. And yes, I know you've noticed all of these first exercises are some kind of variation on the jumping jack theme. You guys, when it beeps again, going to do something I call middle skips, which means that we're going to do a very slow, non-jumping skip. So your hand comes up with your opposite knee. Now you might get a little bit of a bounce to it here. Depends on how fast you want to go, how much bouncing you feel like doing. You can keep your foot flat on the ground, and as long as your hand is coming up overhead, your heart rate's coming up. This is a great cardio effort without any kind of jumping. 20 seconds of rest. My friends, when you could do moderate work every single day, that's when your body will release weight. Coming up next, we're going to do drinky bird jacks, which means that we're going to kick up one leg behind us in a drinky bird, which is basically a single leg deadlift, while our hands are making that jumping jack motion. Woo, this is some balance work. That is the hidden bonus of all low impact exercise, is that when we're standing on one foot, my friends, we are balancing. This is functional training, functional core strength. Coming up next, when it beeps, we're going to do can-cans. That's a knee and a kick on one side, then a knee and a kick on the other. You can get your hands into it if you want to. I usually do a little elbow work, a little bit of a reach across your body. Every time you use your hands and your legs opposite of one another like this, you're getting some bonus ab work in there too. And then 20 seconds of rest. Excellent job. Coming up next, we're going to do squat jacks. I have a mnemonic device for this. When your hands are down, your hips are down. When your hands are up, your hips are up. So we're going to come down in a squat with our hands down, and as we stand up from the squat, bringing our hands up in that jumping jack motion. So hands are down and then up, down and then up. I usually go a little bit side to side here. Again, with the bonus, every time you move laterally, you're getting a little bit of inner and outer thigh work as well. My friends, coming up next, when it beeps, we're going to do a side shuffle crunch. So it's a lot like that side shuffle that we did before, except that we're bringing one knee up. So shuffle, shuffle, and crunch. shuffle, shuffle, and then crunch. Bringing that knee up, really bringing in your abs and obliques. Whoo, and that one-legged work. Oh yes, that is our functional core strengthening. Oh my gosh, you never knew you were getting so much done while you were doing cardio. 20 seconds of rest. Great job. Just a little bit of tapping here, keeping my heart rate up, which isn't difficult at this point. It's up quite high. Coming up next, I'm going to do something I call side bend jacks. Feet are going to be planted. As we have our hands up, our feet are going to stay in one place. Actually, our feet are going to stay in place the whole time. As we bring our hands down, you're bending to the side one way and then bending to the side the other way. Oh my goodness. Heart rate comes up because of your hands going up and down. Abs and obliques totally working for this one. When it beeps again, we're actually going to keep our feet in this planted position and do a punch, punch, kick. So punch, punch, and kick. And then punch, punch, and kick with the other foot. So feet are planted until we're kicking. That punching motion, nice and quick, keeping your heart rate up, and then balancing on one leg. Nothing, doggies, but cardio today. But I tell you what, we are getting plenty of abs and inner and outer thighs and upper body and pretty much everything. 20 seconds of rest right now, and when it beeps again. Okay, this is another one that I need a mnemonic device for. It's leg twister jacks. We're going to twist our leg out and in, and then twist our leg in and out while our hands are doing a jumping jack motion. So twist out, twist in, twist your other leg in, then out. Then that same leg in, then the other one in, then out. So you're twisting across your body. If it's too much for you, which it frequently is for me, do anything at all with your legs. And then here we go with disco dancers, which is just what it sounds like. We're going to twist our body, and one hand goes up while the other one goes down across your body on the other side. Just like we're disco dancing, you can get a little leg tap in there too. Reaching across your body, reaching up and over. Excellent job. And then 20 seconds of rest. My friends, that was the whole circuit. We're only going to go through this twice. Coming up next, we're going to start again with those goofy jacks. Hands are doing a jumping jack motion while we do a little squat with a nice kick out to the side. Oh my gosh. Heart rate is nice and high at this point. This is what happens when we do an all cardio workout. Excellent job. Making sure that you're keeping this heart rate at a pace that you can really sustain. When it beeps again, we're going to do those walking stars, walking forward with one hand going up at a time and then walking right back. So forward, forward, back and back. And then on the other side, box step if you want to call it that, but I don't. You know, when in doubt, set yourself the right amount of challenge. Honestly, there's no magic to doing any one exercise exactly the right way or calling it whatever you want to call it. 20 seconds of rest. If you can be successful at it, that's the way you should do the exercise. Coming up next, we're going to do kick jacks. And that works, honestly, for any exercise, any time. I get questions all the time about how to modify this or that. And honestly, generally speaking, in any kind of a workout, if you continue moving and do something that feels successful to you, you've won. You've done the workout correctly. Coming up next, we're going to do windmill tappers. Especially for a cardio workout like this one, as long as you are moving, here we go with those windmill tappers. As long as you are moving your arms and legs in any manner, in any exercise that feels really good to you and gets your heart rate to this moderate level that you can sustain for the workout, you've done it. There's no magic to any one of these exercises and 20 seconds of rest. It's much more about the cumulative effect of moving your body, feeling good, getting those endorphins going, my friend. Coming up next, we're going to do booty kicker jacks. And that's actually the magic of why this workout is so great for women of a certain age, meaning my age. Booty kicker jacks. We're doing a booty kicker with our bottom half and some jumping jacks without jumping with our upper half. Coming up next, we're going to do those big arm side shuffles. My friends, now that we are this age, you know, exercise got tough. Life got tough. Everything got tough. Here we go with these big arm side shuffles. Anything that you can do to help relieve some anxiety, to help give you some me time, to help you feel successful, to help you get the endorphins flowing, to help you burn some calories and just feel good about yourself. My friends, that's what it's all about. 20 seconds of rest right now. That is what I am finding personally to be the best route through menopause. Coming up next, we're going to do rainbow jacks. Hands go overhead like a rainbow. At this stage in my life, I have to tell you, I still want to challenge myself. I absolutely want to challenge myself. It's why I sometimes pick exercises that are a little bit difficult for my personal coordination. I like to stretch my limits a little, but I also really just want to feel good. I just want to feel like I've done my best, like I'm doing what I can, and like everything's going to be okay. Coming up next is middle skips. I'm sorry, I was talking about feeling good and then forgot to tell you about the next exercise, middle skips, where your hand and your opposite knee are going up. And that's why I sprinkle in some of these exercises that are just kind of silly, kind of carefree, kind of remind me of being young. 20 seconds of rest right now. Coming up next, Drinky Bird Jacks. I love this one because it is just the right amount of challenge. Drinky birds, not an easy exercise. When we add the flapping arms and the speed to it, definitely kicks things up a notch and makes this nice and tough, but also fun. I do love flying forward like this, pulling up that leg behind you, making sure you're squeezing your glute, getting a little bit of bonus booty work there. When it beeps again, we're gonna do cans. One knee and one kick on one side, and then one knee and one kick on the other side. Excellent job. Knee and kick. Knee and kick. You can bounce or not bounce. You can use your hands or not use your hands. Kind of depends on where your heart rate is right now. There's always a way to bring your heart rate down while you're still moving. There's always a way to bring your heart rate up while you're still moving. 20 seconds of rest. Coming up next, squat jacks. When your hips are down, your hands are down. When your hips are up, your hands are up. We're squatting and doing jumping jacks with our arms. You are doing such a great job with this workout. This is what I'm talking about just feeling good. Hands are down, hips are down. Hands are up, hips are up. This kind of cardio workout, you know, whether you're using it for weight loss or not, I'm going to actually tell you really quickly. We're doing the side shuffle crunch. Before I start talking about feeling good and feeling confident, let me tell you the next exercise is side shuffle crunches. Where we shuffle to the side and crunch. Both hands coming up overhead, meeting that knee as we crunch through your obliques. Great job. Staying on your feet, moving, getting a little sweat, feeling good about your day. My friends, 20 seconds of rest. I think this is as good as it gets. I really do. I think a good sweat cures almost everything. Coming up next, we're going to do side bend jacks. Feet are going to be stable in a position that's a little bit wider than hip width apart. Hands are going to move like jumping jacks, but as you bring your hands down, you're bending to one side and then bending to the other. Really trying to keep your hips stable and feeling that work in your abs and obliques. Coming up next, going to keep our feet in one position and move right into those punch kicks, which is exactly what it sounds like. I'm not even going to explain that one to you. You can punch and kick, right? I know sometimes I over-explain, but it's because I'm actually thinking about the exercise myself. I'm explaining it to me, not necessarily to you. You guys, when it beeps again, we're going to get 20 seconds of rest. Excellent job. Okay, coming up next, we're doing leg twister jacks for the second and final time. And actually, you know what? I shouldn't say this out loud, but this hasn't been too bad this time. When I think about how my legs are moving in and out, my hands can do the jumping jack thing like really easily. So I don't have to think too hard about that. And that's kind of where I'm going with do whatever works for you. It's not about moving your legs in a certain way that makes this exercise, better than any other exercise. It is much more about how your hands are flapping, and it's also about doing disco dancers next, because I'm thinking about this so hard. So disco dancers, reaching up and down and twisting and pivoting, getting that pointer finger going. Oh my gosh, you guys, this just feels fun. Disco dancing. When it beeps again, we are done. Oh, but we're not quite finished. I do have one final thing for us, and this is a challenge to your balance. We're going to do a front kick, back kick. 2 intervals on one side, and then we're going to do 2 intervals on the other side. No rest in between. That's why we're kind of resting right now, bringing the heart rate down a little bit, but not too much. So we're going to stand on just one leg. Doesn't matter which leg. We're going to front kick and back kick. This does not need to be a big motion. This isn't cardio anymore. Oh, you know what this is? This is standing abs. This is standing balance. This, my friends, this is fall prevention. You are strengthening your glutes. You're strengthening your core stabilizers, those deep, deep ab muscles. We're doing 2 intervals on this side, don't forget. So when it beeps again, we get to change legs, and thank goodness for that. Oh my gosh, forward kick, back kick, forward kick, back kick, feeling that burn, feeling that stability. If you don't feel it right now, keep practicing this kind of thing. You'll feel it eventually. It took me years. Go ahead and switch legs. Literally years of balance practice before I had any. I mean, I'm wobbling now, and this is after about 10 years of practicing balance. I'm going to say somewhat regularly, not all the time. I practice it more now than I used to. There's our first interval done. Coming up next, oh my gosh, is our very last one. When it beeps again, it's the last time it's going to beep. In this workout, I do have a little bit of cool down stretching for us afterwards. Oh my goodness, feeling that burn in the booty. You are doing such a good job. Go ahead and do some tappers here real quick. It's funny how that wasn't cardio at all, and yet that really had a cardio element because it was so tough. Just tapping here for a second while we bring our heart rate down, take a couple of nice deep breaths, and then we're going to go into those big arm circles. That warm-up exercise feels so good as a cool down to, working your whole body through its full range of motion after you've already done all that kind of cardio, all that sweaty work, all that bunch up your muscles work. It really feels nice to just move gently and stretch everything back out again. You did such a great job today, and I'm super, super proud of you. Even if you are not of a certain age, even if you are not trying to lose weight, this is such a great workout for just feeling good any day at all. A workout that is good for one thing can also, depending on where you are with your fitness journey, be good for lots of things. Weight maintenance, mood maintenance, getting fit, staying fit, feeling good, giving yourself a little bit of time just in your own head to do something for yourself. Let's go ahead and do those arm crossers. Oh, with a big hug. And then open it up, still tapping with our feet. And cross those arms. Such a big hug for yourself. So proud of you. You guys, thank you so much for working out with me today. I have a couple more stretches, but I do want to make sure that I actually say an extra special thank you to Luann and Linda, who sponsored this workout through Patreon. Down on the bottom of the screen here in a couple of seconds, you're going to see the letter P. That's an invitation to go over to Patreon, where a monthly pledge from you helps me make free workouts for all of us. So Luann and Linda, thank you so much for your support. Go ahead and stretch your feet nice and wide. We're going to push your hips back and just put your hands on your thighs right here. Do a little bit of stretch to one side, and then a little bit of stretch to the other side. Really feeling that in your inner thigh, a little bit in your outer thigh. It's a nice stretch on your lower back as well. If you are not looking at the camera like I am, you can also let your neck dangle and get a really nice stretch up in your upper back and neck too. Nice, nice job. Now that your heart rate has come down, now it's more appropriate to do a little bit more static stretching. When you first finish a cardio workout, you don't really want to go straight into just standing still and yanking your muscles into one position. It's why I do these dynamic stretches, moving stretches at the end of a cardio workout, because I really want to make sure that your heart rate comes down before you just stand still and let your heart rate plummet. But now that it's come down a little bit, let's also go ahead and stretch out our calves. So having one foot forward and one foot back, toes all pointing one direction, hips pointing that same direction. That back foot, try and get your heel on the ground. This doesn't really look like much, but if you can get your back foot heel all the way on the ground, you should feel a great stretch all up into your calf. Oh my gosh, on that side. On the front leg, honestly, this is strength work, sorry. If you want to, you can hang on to, a couch, a wall, a chair, anything like that to kind of help that front leg not be doing so much work while your back leg is stretching. I know, I'm sorry. There's no such thing as a stretch that doesn't include some kind of work on another part of your body. Let's go ahead and stretch out the other side too. Let's even that out, making sure that all of your toes are facing the same direction forward. When you move your foot out or in at all, it's not stretching the calves quite as deeply as it can. And if that's the case, if your body naturally does that, try really hard, first of all, just to straighten your toes, but also you might just move your foot in a little bit more. If your body doesn't want to stretch that much, don't ask it to. Stretching too much can actually result in injury. I know, isn't that crazy? We think stretching is so good for us, but you can stretch yourself into an injury too. So be nice and gentle with your body. Well, always. I was going to qualify that, but no, just always be gentle with your body. My friends, thank you so much for working out with me today. Make sure you click the subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you in the next video.